This is it. The final race of round 2. After today, 3 drivers eliminated and 4 are moving on to Homestead with a chance for a Pennzoil Truck Series championship. The championship hangs in the balance. This is Talladega, the M&Ms 300. On the pole is the person tied for the points lead, Michael Ferris in the 23. He's right now advancing to Homestead. Jonathan Beefer in the 77, who's outside. Then third you have Matthew Burns. Fourth is Alex Stewart, rounding out the top 5, Keegan Thompson. Then 6 is Luke Rain. He's in, but he is not as comfortable as Ferris is. 7th is Koduji. He's just outside, needs a good result. He needs to be better than Riley Sperry to appear on this day. Trey Rain all but needs a win. He starts 8th. 9th, Jack Canaramo, and Keith Stevens rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field has Alan Bowman and Christian Parker. Then there's Jonathan Rains and William Seaman, Tim Gary and Justin Heath. Then there's Gustavo Rocha and Ray Sir. Michael Canto and Riley Sperry is just in. He's right now your 4th driver in. They have Greg Lee and James Ryan, Isaac Nichols and JJ Reed, Xavier Sullivan Jr. and Justin Zeidel is getting a perfect race here to advance. They have Derek Hamill and Cynthia Bright, Dylan Mills and Jennifer Beeford. Then there's Jeff Moses and James Stabolito, Laura Delano and Danny Bright. And in the final row, starting 35th, is the other guy tied for the points lead, Landon Fenway in the 93. So he has to be careful coming up through this field, make sure he doesn't get involved in a crash. And Chris Christian in the 22 starting dead last in the 36th position. That is your 36 truck field for the cutoff race to make Homestead. Let's go down track stand and get the command to fire the engines.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
And the trucks are off the starting grid for the M&Ms 300 Talladega. Always a crazy race. With it being the last race before Homestead, it's going to be unpredictable. Coming into this race, the 4 drivers in are Landon Fenway, Michael Ferris, Luke Rainey, and Riley Sperry Tube. Ferris and Fenway are tied atop the points list. They have a 33-point advantage over the cutoff. Pretty safe, pretty comfortable, but anything can happen. They can still fall below. Third in points is Luke Rainey. He has a 17-point gap over the cutoff. And then the last driver is Riley Sperry Tube in the 9. He is 4 points below. Code Luigi is 5th. He's Sperry Tube is 4 points ahead. Luigi is 4 points below. Justin Zeidel is 13 points below, and Trey Rainey is 17 points below. That is the point situation. As the pace truck is in, the field is in the trial. They're entering the restart zone. 17 laps on those 2.66 miles super speedway in Alabama. We're green at Talladega. We've already got some games being played as they come down the backstretch. Some blocking there early on, some 4 wide early on. Ferris out front controlling the lane. Keegan Thompson, the 51 is second. If he makes a move, Ferris might not get a lap led. Ferris' biggest mission right here is to lead this first lap, get a bonus point. Then he'll be 34 points out of the cutoff. That 1 point can make a huge difference in this race. So every chaser right here wants to lead lap and get a bonus point. They come off of 4. Thompson right in the back bumper. That 23 doesn't make a move. Or can Ferris get through the tri-oval and lead the first lap? He's going to do it. Into the tri-oval. Off the tri-oval. Ferris leads the lap. Bonus point for that 23 truck. That's big right there. He needed that. Bonus point is 34 points ahead of the cutoff now. It's big for him. Jack Canaramo with the second in the 2 truck. JJ Reed's third in the inside lane. Jonathan Rains. And here comes the 13. Justin Zeidel up to the front. He's 5th on the inside. He's looking for a top 10 spot down the backstretch. 3 wide a little bit further back and even 4 wide back there. Riley Sperry Tube in the 9 is in the middle of all that. I see Luke Rain at the top side there. Is called Luigi and Trey Rain, 2 chasers in the middle lane. As Reed gets big run for the race lead in 3 and 4. He's going to take it easily. That was a big time push there from the one of Jonathan Rains. Now off of 4 they come. Does Rains make a move? Does Justin Zeidel make a move? Off of 4, Zeidel looks to the middle lane. Nichols looks all the way down to the bottom lane, the 29. The 1 stays clear for now. They come into the tri-oval. JJ Reed leads lap 2 at Talladega. And the field packed up behind, 3 and 4 wide. 3 wide at the front, 4 wide a little bit further back. Front 2 get clear. Now Danny Bright's up the 3rd. There's the 31 of Gustavo Rocha and the 84 of Michael Canto. They're shuffling around the pack down the backstretch. Here comes Danny Bright. He's going for that 2nd position. He has a run. He has Michael Canto pushing him. There's Lord Allow on the 15 in the middle lane. James Ryan goes low. Look at Michael Canto with the big run into 3 and 4. He's looking 3 wide for that second position. He'll take it in 3 and 4. Big time move there by Michael Canto. A big run, and he's clear. He's the second. Now he's looking for the race lead. A big run. Michael Canto side by side with JJ Reed. They come to the stripe, and Canto leads lap 3. And James Ryan now looking low in the 20 truck. And I don't see many chasers up towards the front, if any. These chasers still trying to find their way down low, get up there. As Code Luigi in the middle of a 4 wide. Trey Rainey in a 4 wide mess. Down the back they come. One small mistake, and the field goes with you, and maybe even some chasers. Ryan is right on the back of Michael Canto. Does he make a move down the backstretch into turn number 3? He has no help from behind, though. That might be stunting the move that he could make. Right now, front 5 get clear. Land Fenway chasers on the bottom lane. He started 35th here today. He's already up inside the top 10, looking to try and get a bonus point for the lap, and then he'll be 34 points ahead, just like Ferris is. He's going low. He's going with the 20 and the 8. Canto leads another lap in the 84. Ryan in the bottom lane has to run down low, and he has to drafting up from behind. Luke Ray shuffles to the top side there in the 88. James Ryan off of 2. He has a good run. Can he get clear? Down the back they come. Still 3 and 4 wide in the pack. Pushing and shoving all around. And normally at these types of tracks, we see the wrecks happen on the straightaway, not even in the corner. So we see something like that here today. Land Fenway 3 wide to the bottom lane. James Ryan falls back a little bit as he had no help down low. Fenway now second on the inside lane. He has a shot to get up here and lead a lap. They come off of 4. Still side by side between Canto and Ryan for this race lead. Big racing here at the front. Fenway gets forced 3 wide middle as the Beefords are coming. Jennifer Beeford leading the train down low. Jennifer and Jonathan lined up second and third in the inside lane. Now to the stripe they come. They're looking low. The Beefords working together. It's working good right now with 12 laps to go. And with that pack behind, I want to be out front. My gosh, I do not want to be back there. That's where the crash is going to happen. And all 36 trucks are in this pack. You got last lap, 36 placers, 1 second back. That was the 66 of Alan Bowman. Shows how tightly packed this pack is. Look at the 81 with the push from Tim Gary in the 10, Jonathan Rains in the 1, and the 13 and the 23. 2 chasers coming back up to the front. They have a shot to lead laps. Yeah, Ferris already led a lap, so he doesn't need it anymore. Well, they're about 5 wide back there. Trey Rain, the 18, almost got spun out by the 17. He keeps it straight. Justin Zidell wants a lap lead. He's 13 points below the cut line. He needs a great result. He needs a top 5 result, or he needs a win. A win would guarantee you into Homestead. That's what Trey Rain's looking for in the 18, but he's further back in the pack, but still tons of time left. Zidell gets put to the middle lane. They're trying to go 5 wide. So far, they kept it straight. Down the backstretch, Gary leads. Ferris from the pole, he's back up to second. Here comes the 31, Arocha, down low. Racer even lower. Riley Sprayed to the 9 was 4 points above the cut line coming into this race. He wants a lap lead. He wants to make it 5 points above the cut line. If he can do that, Koguchi's stuck in the middle lane. He's not really going anywhere. He's falling back just a little bit, but it's not enough for him to get down clear. He needs to hold down low. That 5 looked high on the 10. And it forces the 9 up top. Trying to get down was Riley Spraytube, but Nichols was there. And that could have been a crash. Spraytube gets up high, though. Gets out of the way. Tim Gary leads. Racer is second, and a pack of 3 wide behind. Xavier Sullivan Jr. down low in the 50. Oh, there they go to the back! Trey Rainey is on his side in the 18. Big crash. Landon Fenway got damage. Moses and Lee and Cantle come off the wall, and the yellow flag is out. And we've got 2 chasers with damage. They come down the backstretch for the race lead. The 5 of Racer side by side with Tim Gary. That happened in the middle of the pack with 10 to go. They're coming to see 9 laps to go. Racer in the 5 out front, but can he hold off Xavier Sullivan Jr. in the pack behind? The inside lane coming fast. Sullivan Jr. looks low. Mills looks to the middle lane. Stevens goes low. It's giving a fight back to the start-finish line to lead them back to the caution flag. Sir up top, Sullivan Jr. down low, and at the stripe they come. Sullivan by a nose leads us back to the caution flag. First caution of the day with 10 to go. And now we've got 9 laps to go. Chasers involved. The 18 Trey Rainey, his chase chances are basically done at this point. I don't believe that damage. I believe with that damage, his day's done. And the 93 Land Fenway also got some damage. He was the points there, had 33 points to work with. So as long as no one new wins, as long as no one below the 88 wins, he should be good. but you never know what could happen at Talladega. The 13 could come up and win. The 32 could win. The 9 could win. The cutoff could change at some point. Caution. Out. Xavier Sullivan Jr. out front. Into the pack, I saw Trey Rainey. They might have been 5 wide. Trey Rainey, your chaser, with damage along with Land Fenway in the 93 and about 3 or 4 others. Let's check out how caution 1 was caused. Looks like from this angle, the 2 of Jack Cameron looked to force it 5 wide, and it's just not going to work. And I think he might get down to the 4, J.J. Reed right there. And Trey Rainey, just an innocent bystander in all this. He gets hooked up. Moses, there's Jonathan Raines with the that's where Fenway got pushed into the wall. And 18 up on 2 wheels. There's the 84 and the 99. The 33 also with damage. Trucks go low. Luke Rain, the 88, was last when this happened. He got down low and got clear and hit the gas and got out of there. So luckily for Luke Rainey, he avoided the crash, but not luckily for the other Rainey, Trey Rainey, Season 1 Pennzoil Truck Series champion with damage, and most likely his chase chances are done. He was 17 points back coming into the day. He knew he needed either a win or a great result, and he was involved in the big one. So he was just stuck in the middle of the field all race long. He can never get low, and this is what happens. Craziness at Talladega. And last in points and first in points involved will also go on board the 93 Land Fenway. Had 33 points before this race, so he just has to kind of coast it around out there and make sure he finishes the race. Yeah, he really has to hope that the 32, right? If someone below the cut line wins, or if someone below the 88 wins, that changes drastically how safe the 23 and the 93 are. Because you think they have 33 points over the cut line, yeah, but then if, say, the 88 were to be the cut line, they would only have 16 points ahead of the 88. Or, yeah, ahead of the 88. So, my oh my, it could change drastically if someone new below the 88 or someone wins. Xavier Sullivan Jr. led them back to the caution flag by a nose. They stay out the racetrack. We're going to have a restart with around 6 laps to go. Can Sullivan Jr. hang on? 5 laps to go for the restart. Xavier Sullivan Jr. is out front, and no trucks DNF'd off that crash. The 33 and the 84 are laps down, and the rest have damage that were involved. So all 36 trucks still on the racetrack. Xavier Sullivan Jr. out front for the restart. Racer is second, Keith Stevens third, Dylan Mills fourth, Tim Gary fifth. Then Alan Bowman in sixth, Danny Bright seventh, Isaac Nichols eighth, William Seaman ninth, and Derek Hill rounds out the top 10. No chasers inside the top 10, and Luke Rain, the 88, had to come down here with an issue. He's going to restart behind the damaged trucks. Can he get low and get by them to have a shot at this winner, have a shot to get points? Can he keep it in the top 4? Pace struck the pit road. Sullivan Jr. out front, 5 to go. Once they cross the stripe, if the yellow comes out, the race is over. Enter the restart zone for Sullivan Jr. We're back racing at Talladega. Trucks jumping up high. They see the 33 are off pace, but if the 88 gets around the outside, he'll be good. Now see how that 88 does. If he can follow that 84, he's going to get stuck right here behind some of these damaged trucks. This is not what Luke Rain wanted. He had to come down here with a loose wheel, and it's mired him back in the pack. He has to get by these damaged trucks and try and cling onto this draft in any way he can. But the 93 and the 18 ahead, they're going to get side by side. This can actually help Luke Rainey out and get some draft. Rainey gets by a few trucks there. He gains 2 points right there. As meanwhile, up front, Racer, your new race leader, Keith Stevens second, Isaac Nichols up to third. Coming to see 4 laps to go. Right now, we're going to focus on the 2 trucks at the cutoff. There's Riley Spiritu in the 9. He's on the inside lane, coming up into the pack. Meanwhile, the truck that was 4 points out, Code Luigi's in the middle lane, but in the pack. He needs to somehow find his way down low and get by Riley Spiritu. 4 to go, and they're 3 wide. Sir tried to get down low, but Danny Bright all the way to the bottom lane. He'll grab the race lead at Talladega, and the pack 3 by 3 again. Down the backstretch, Danny Bright leads. Christian Parker is second, James Ryan's third, and the 88 has lost touch with the pack. He has to try and get points in any way he can. He's trying to get by these damaged trucks, because he does not have the points to work with this. He was only 17 points above the cut line. He didn't have 33 points like the 23 and the 93. Matthew Burns now up to second. Jeffrey Beeford going for that second position in the 46. Justin Ethan in the 3. There's JJ Reed in the 4. Riley Spiritu coming low in the 9. He has a shot to advance. They're coming to 3 laps to go. Still tons of time left for anything to happen. Jeffrey Beeford looking for that race lead. 3 to go at Talladega. And Beeford's down there. Reed's even lower. 4 truck. 3 wide to the race lead at Talladega. And Riley Spiritu has found his way up to second. He has a shot to get up here and lead and get the race win. Down the backstretch they race. JJ Reed has the race lead. Sprue 2 might get shoved to the high side right here. So they're 3 wide further back. There they go for second. 3 wide. Lord Allow on the 15 all the way to the bottom lane. And now Sprue 2 gonna get shoved to the high side. Can he finish ahead of the 32 though? Or does this not matter? Will the 88 lose enough points that he falls out? They're coming to see 2 to go. Lord Allow for the race in the 15. Richardson's going with her. No, Richardson goes back to the top side. 2 laps left at Talladega. Just over 5 miles left in the M&Ms 300. Tim Gary looks all the way to the bottom lane of the 10. He's challenging. Zidell and Cole Luigi, 2 chasers on this inside lane. Ferris gets crowded to the bottom lane by Jonathan Buford in the 77. Down the backstretch to the race. Here comes Tim Gary in the 10. The 17 of Alex Stewart all the way to the bottom lane. Zidell pushing that 17 through. He wants to win. He needs to win, basically, to get in. They're coming to the white flag. The 9's back up through the field. He's up top 4 wide. He's not going to have a shot to advance, I don't think. They come off of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. This is the final lap of the M&Ms 300. Stewart's out front. Zidell is second. Mills is third. Ferris is fourth in the inside lane. At the white flag, we're on the final lap of Talladega. Zidell really needs to get down low there. He has a shot, another 3 wide. Ferris in the 23 wants to win. Through 1 and 2 of their race, 3 and 4 wide in the pack. Can't call Luigi stay far enough ahead. Riley Sprue to advance. Down the backstretch, Ferris is looking low. He has to run. Here comes Derek Hamill and Jonathan Buford into the mix. Off into turn number 3 for the final time. Ferris looks low. Your Polestar is out front of the M&Ms 300. They go through 3 and 4 and off a 4 for the final time. Can Ferris hold on? Can Derek Hamill get down low? The 30 looks low. Buford looks low. He gets blocked up by the 30. It's a side-by-side bound to the tri-oval. Who's going to get back in front? Ferris up top. Hamill is down low. To the stripe they will come. I don't know. I really do not know. Hamill and the 30 gets it at the end. In a 5,000th of a second finish, the closest Pennzoil Truck Series finish. Oh, they wrecked after the checker flag. And 1 and 2, the big one has happened. Trucks are upside down. Justin Zidell, Cole Luigi, and so many others involved. And a crash. Luke Rainey at the end gets into it. Wreck after the checkered flag. Derek Hamill, 5,000th of a second over Michael Ferris to get the victory at Talladega. There it is. Look at this. By a nose, Derek Hamill wins at Talladega. And now, how did they crash? I saw Justin Zidell upside down, I believe. There were 5 wide across the finish line. And here it is in turn 1. Some contact being made. They're trying to get slowed down. And too much contact made. Oh, that's a hard crash. Luckily, that was after the checker flag and the chasers weren't actually involved and it didn't affect their finishing position. Zidell obviously going to be upset. So he was upside down. Did he even make it in is the question. Now, if he made it in, I don't think he'll be too upset. But if he didn't make it in, then my gosh. I would be pretty upset. I wrecked after the checker flag, and I did not make the next round of the chase. I'm not going to fight for a championship. We'll have to see, though. We actually don't know if he's going to be fighting for a championship or not. What we do know is that Michael Ferris is going to advance. He finished second. The rest is up for grabs. We believe the 32 might have advanced. We don't know, though. We'll just have to see what the finishing results and whatnot. Derek Hamill edges out victory over Michael Ferris at Talladega. Let's go check the finishing results and the 4 drivers fighting for this championship. Here are the finishing results from the M&Ms 300 at the Talladega Superspeedway. There are 2 caution flags for 4 laps and 11 lead changes among 11 different drivers. Derek Hamill edges out victory over Michael Ferris. Ferris Polestar ends up second. He's into the next round. We know that he's in fighting for a championship at Homestead. Lord Allow ends up third. And the 15. That's the 15, remember, not the 51, just the glitch with NR. Fourth, Jonathan Buford. Alex Stewart rounds out the top 5. The Xavier Sullivan Jr. led the most laps. He ends up 6th. Great result for him. Alan Bowman in 7th. Cynthia Bright 8th. Tim Gary 9th. Ray Serve rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20 inside the top 10. Only one chaser, Michael Ferris in the 23. Other chasers, Zidell ends up 14th. Code Luigi in 17th. And then we look down even further to see the others. Riley Sprue 28th, the last truck in that pack. Luke Rainey 30th, Trey Rainey 31st, and Landon Fenway 33. And at the right side of the screen are the 4 drivers advancing. Michael Ferris, Landon Fenway, Luke Rainey, and Luigi are fighting for a championship at Homestead. My gosh. Riley Spears finishing as bad as he did in that pack ends up with him missing a shot at the championship. If he would have finished just a few positions better, he was 7 points behind the cut line. Zaidel was only 6 points behind. Trey Reed just had a miserable second round, but nothing to really be ashamed of. He's won a championship already in this series. He's been very successful. He's made the chase every season. He's made it this far. He can still battle for 5th in points. Great job by Trey Rainey this season. Great job by all the drivers that were eliminated. Zaidel had probably the best first round, but just could not get it together the second round. He was close, but no cigar. So, going into Homestead, points are wiped to 0. Everyone with the same number of points. Whoever finishes highest in Homestead is your Pennzoil Truck Series Season 3 champion. Will it be Michael Ferris? The first time in this series. Can he pick up a rookie championship? Landon Fenway has been consistent all season and already finds himself tied for the points lead. Luke Rainey has been successful in this series every season. Missed the chase because he did not get a win in the first season. Last season, he was so dominant in the regular season. The chase came around. He fell apart and was eliminated in round 1. Luigi, your Cup Series champion from last season, looking to get one in the Pennzoil Truck Series, as he's also competing for the Cup Championship as well. It's going to be a wild last race. It's going to be at Homestead. The Chevy 250, 26 laps to determine a champion. Landon Fenway, Michael Ferris, Luke Rainey, and Luigi are going to be fighting for a championship at Homestead. I'll see you guys then. Let's crown a Pennzoil Truck Series Season number 3 champion.